And again, guys, welcome to Unapologetically You podcast. I am your host, Iris Shepherd. Before we even get started, happy Father's Day. And even better, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe button, and leave a comment. Happy Father's Day again.
Thank you.
I have Nugg Jones here. Tell me, who are you?
I'm Nugg Jones. I do comedy, and also I do family content on YouTube. And that's just what I do, to be honest. Like, I'm a content creator. I just
You got some really good content. How many followers do you currently have?
On Facebook, I have 11,000.
Wow.
But this is a new page. It's crazy because I only had like 4,000 for the longest, and then I made a new page and doubled it. Yeah, and on YouTube we have 10,000 subscribers on YouTube.
And they pay the most on YouTube.
I know.
I've been looking into it. They pay really good. So I really want to talk about being a black man in America. But I like the concept. You're my first guest. I like the concept of you already being a comedian.
Right.
And it's one thing about being a comedian and then being a black man. Like, you can make it funny or you can make it serious. Like, do you turn it on and off? Are you constantly finding ways to make serious things become comical?
Yeah, so I try to look into like the number one thing about being a comedian or going the comedy route is just saying the thing that nobody else would say. You know what I'm saying? So if you walk in here, you see somebody, I don't know, something ain't right? And you thinking it, I'ma say it because that's just comedy. So it's just the hard part about today's world about filtering it. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say that. Where's your? Let's talk about this, right? Lotto. So Drewski just did Lotto. But in real life, Lotto is a new mom, first-time mom, and could be dealing with postpartum. Mm-hmm. So, like, what's too far? What's off limits? What should you and what should you not touch?
I think comedy, there's no limit. I think that's just, if you look at the greats before us, right? Mm-hmm. We in this cancel culture, so now is when they trying to put limits on comedians. If I chose to be a comedian, there's really no limits. You know what I'm saying? Now, am I self-conscious or do I think about certain stuff like that? I would, because I'm dealing with someone that just had a baby. Juicy, he didn't have to deal with that, so he don't understand. You know what I'm saying?
Lotto, she responded in a good way, but on a deeper thought, that's just like dating you.
Right.
I've always been afraid to date a comedian because I don't want to be your content.
Right.
So, like, where's your boundaries?
I'm gonna always be me. So, most comedians is already naturally funny. That's usually if a comedian dates a woman, like she's already attracted to him due to that anyway.
Okay.
If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying?
I hear you, but
Tip, sometimes she get agitated with me. She tell me I shouldn't have said that. She tell me like I'm doing too much, a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be me.
So on a more serious note, though, being a black man in America, like at this current time, do you feel like you're under a lot of pressure? Do you feel like you have to follow certain guidelines to survive in the world? Like, I don't think people understand how deep that can be.
Yeah. So I make a lot of funny statuses as well, right? So it's not just always a video. And I had someone call me, and they call me to say, hey, I just want you to be mindful of the things you say. And
who is this person? Somebody that know you?
Somebody that knows me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They know me. They know me. And in my head, I'm thinking like, if I'm doing that the whole time, then how am I going to be able to really reach out as far as I can? You get what I'm saying? If I'm just catering to how everybody feels. Mm-hmm. When you do comedy, like you can't cater to how everybody feels. You know what I'm saying? So me doing it, I'm just like, I'm like, bro, if it postponed me making it or whatever, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? And this wasn't even comedy related, to be honest. It was more so of what I firmly believe in. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if I believe in something as a black man, I'm not going to sit here and play the old school role of, oh, you got to do this in order to make it, or you can't say that. No, like I'm just going to stand firm on what I believe in. You know what I'm saying? So whether they postpone what I do or not, I just feel like I'm going to stand firm on what I believe in.
I feel like that's a Keith Lee vibe. Like I see him say all the time, something is for him or something isn't for him. He's navigating his way. He's still prospering, but he's not like dead set on selling his soul for the next come up. So, of course, I have to ask you about one of the leading situations right now, Carmelo Anthony. Um, we're moms, right? But as a dad, like how do you feel about that situation, and then how does it affect you?
It just affect me of how to raise my sons. You know what I'm saying? I got sons, so it's like I know that like now looking at this whole situation is that I can't respond the way that I can't tell my son to respond the way that I probably would respond in certain situations. Because in that situation, me growing up, how I was taught, I probably would have went out like Carmelo.
So did it shock you? Like the did you watch the case from the beginning? Like did you see it?
I just watched the headline. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna say I act like I just like, but when I watched the headline, I did go back and kind of look at certain things. When I seen the whole layout of everything, I just feel like if he had known better, you know what I'm saying? If we had known better, we would like look at it in the sense of, yeah, bro, like he should have just, I don't know, call the police on the white boy. Tell somebody on him. Because we're not taught to tell. We're not taught to do those type of things.
Like
And
being real.
right.
I was just having a conversation today about when we talk about being real. Like who taught us the game? Who started the no snitching campaign? Like, are we having to change that now because of what we're dealing with? Like, do you teach your kids to run instead of defending themselves? Like, what's the right thing to do now? Because you said that, like, he should have. What was wrong with that decision when that decision is accepted by so many other cultures and nothing be seen as a problem?
Right. So that's what I'm saying. It's just so unfair. Like it's unfair in our community that we have to like. I don't want to be the dad to tell my son like, listen, if somebody push you, go tell. Like, cause I grew up in the era and I got mainly brothers. You know what I'm saying? My dad always told me, he hit you, hit him back. She push you, push her back. It didn't matter. It didn't have no boy girl on it. It had no race or nothing on it. It was just that those are the rules of life. You feel me? You treat people how you want to be treated. So in that situation, like I said, it's two sides to look at it. One side is if you push me, you don't pick what I get to do back to you. You get what I'm saying? People are saying that it's excessive being that he's, you know what I'm saying? I don't see that because like if you push me, bro, I got unlimited ways to hurt you. But now looking at the outcome of the situation, I have to
Change
tell
your
my son,
perspective.
you're right. Like it's I don't know, it bothers me though. It bothers me to look at the whole situation like
I just want to address that because on another thing when we talk about homeboys, right? Like we talk about having friends. Well, now you got kids. So how do you hang out with your homeboys? How do you be a friend to your friend when you got kids at the end of the day that you gonna be real out here, but you're leaving your children behind. These are culturally some of the things that
oh
black
my
men
God,
have to.
it's a big struggle. And me personally, like my homeboys, most of my homeboys are fathers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just blessed to have the homeboys that I do have. There's a select few that's a little bit different, but it don't even be talked about as much. Because if I call my homeboy, he say, "Hey man, I'm going out with the family." Oh, okay, bro. It's just flat out. It ain't no, "Hey man, we supposed to been doing." It ain't no none of that. You know what I'm saying? If plans get changed because of his family, my family, whatever. Like we have an understanding. I don't got to talk to my friend every day no more. Like I'm dealing with being a dad in the household. Like I'm responsible for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So it comes with a lot of stress. So and a lot of responsibility. So I don't look at it like that. And my friends, the friends that I do have, I'm just blessed to have the friends that I do have. I feel like, but I look at some of my other, I would say like cousins, whatever. This and I was like, dang, bro, like
Did you start out being a good dad, or what what is considered to be
right.
a good daddy?
I started as a involved dad, a good dad. So when you say a good dad, I don't think that I always was a great dad as far as selfish decisions, right? So like my first child, she's 13 now. Um, I my relationship with her ain't like I thought it would be at this age. You feel
Why
me?
though?
Her mama moved. Her mama just up to move when she was like 11, 12. Like I'm 10, 11. Her mama up to move to Atlanta. You feel me? She moved to Atlanta. Prior to that, now there was no major issues.
Hmm.
She moved to Atlanta. She got to Atlanta. I got child support papers. I'm like, oh God. Of course, that hurted me because I was a hands-on dad, like from day one with my daughter. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like she moved to Atlanta. One little disagreement, and boom, I got child support papers. Now the child support that I received was just so extreme that like it took me out of the picture of being able to just say, all right, cool, I'll come get her this weekend. I'll come do that, even in
The
Atlanta.
paperwork?
No, the amount,
Oh, how much you had to pay?
the cost at the time. You know what I'm saying? So at the time, the cost was just so extreme that I had to say, okay, I can't give you gas money this time. They just took such and such out my check. You know what I'm saying? I can't. And it wasn't like a compromise thing with that. You get what I'm saying? So no, I think my actions early on kind of affected
So
the end.
and going into the, again, we talking about Father's Day, right? We talk about child support, right? So we also often have had deep conversations about the yin and the yang to that,
Mm-hmm.
and I see why moms go to child support sometimes, because the benefits that are offered to a mother that's trying to have something, just say, give us him and we'll give you this plus more. So it hurt your feelings, but
No, it hurt my whole everything. It hurt more than my feelings. I think so that's the thing about it, right? So and you as a mom, right? Let's just make an example.
mm-hmm,
Let's just say you work a job, right?
mm-hmm.
This week, you got sick on Thursday, right? Or last week, you got sick last Thursday and Friday, right? So you don't get paid for those days. You don't have PTO, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. When your child needs come the next week, right? You know that you can adjust to that based off of what you made, right? Right? You can do that. You have the luxury of doing that.
So you saying like the
A
child
dad
support?
don't. Child support is set amount. I don't care if you dying. I don't care if you nothing. That's your set amount. You're gonna pay it that week. If you don't pay it, we're gonna start to suspend your license. We're gonna start to we going on your credit report now. And I'm not against child support, but
Right.
what I'm saying is every man don't deserve the treatment that child support gives them.
But do you feel like you do enough to fight against that?
So that's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is the fight is expected amongst me though? Like why am I expected to do all the fighting, right? And me and you had a kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't the best. I wasn't the most financially stable person then, right? But
So
I was involved that. I got it from daycare. I made sure I got diapers. I made sure I did everything. I made sure I got every weekend. I did everything. I ain't gonna lie. Me personally, as a dad, if any one of my child's mothers could say anything other than that I did not check off all these things, then you can shoot me dead right now.
Okay, let me give you a straightforward.
But disagreements
Let's talk about
change that,
one time you got fired, right?
right?
That you know it was your fault. What can you say you did? Were you was late to work, or
I got fired because I put my child in my work vehicle because she wasn't supposed to be in there, but I had to pick her from daycare.
mm-hmm.
And
I
had
mean,
to
I
get
give
there
you a
at a certain
pass on that one.
time,
I'm
right?
saying one where it was totally your fault,
Right, firing?
like lose your job because of that.
Every time. I'm just being real. Let's just be real. Every time I feel like almost, not every single time,
Not
but
one that I had to do this to get my child from school,
no,
but
majority
I
of the
was
time, it
playing
still was my
around.
fault, right? So at the end of the day, even me getting my child, I still knew that the company had a policy that you can't have
And
nobody
nobody
else.
else, you didn't even explore options to get nobody else. So the reason why I'm asking that is it boils down, I'm gonna say for me as a mom, it boils down to my every move. I know if I choose to go out to the club, then to the after party, that I'm gonna be sleep, miss work, lose my job, that I'm now affecting my kids. So why should me as a mom be lenient on a guy that is not being proactive to, you want to cry about you lost your job, but let's talk about you should have just stayed home and not did all of that.
Well, that was never a reason for me getting fired.
I get it, but I'm saying, like,
I
can you
get
take
that.
accountability
No,
and
that would
say,
be an accountability thing. If that did happen to me and under those circumstances, I'll say, yeah, you're right. But at the end of the day, we all have our shortcomings. Why are the penalties for mine is way worse than yours? Why are mine judged a lot more than yours? So even right now, right? Let's just think about this, Iris. Right? So on Mother's Day, you did a podcast for Mother's Day?
I did.
Did it come with anything about how in the direction of what we're talking about right now? Right?
Let's talk about it.
No, let's talk about it, right? So
I watched that mother
Mhm.
beat the odds of a dad, multiple dads that didn't sacrifice.
So why did the mom automatically becomes a victim? Because you just made her a victim, right? But no,
Because
wait, listen. You just made her a victim. You just made her a victim, right? She's automatically getting compassion instantly from
I
you.
ain't giving her
No, you
compassion.
say you watch her beat the odds, right? But you didn't watch. You went into
Frankie.
the small.
Look at Frankie over here
This is
shaking his
perfect.
head.
These conversations so important because you went into the small details about the daddy part,
Let me
right?
tell you why.
Mamas come up short.
No, all the
Mamas make
time.
bad decisions.
They do.
Mamas sometimes do a lot of this and not a lot of
Now,
it was
I'm
my
here
fault.
for it.
I'm just being real.
Let's talk about it.
And I'd say this not even to nobody. I'm talking about even with the mother that I'm with right now. Right?
Yeah.
Some of my actions or my mishaps comes with a lot more judgment and just you should have never.
So let me give you this disclaimer first.
It's a natural thing.
No, listen to me. No.
It is real bad in our community.
Listen to me. If you know me, you know I am a black man advocate. I have a brother that I deeply love, and I understand his everyday struggle of being a black man in America. I lost my dad at 10, so that like when you talk about daddy issues and how do I know I have daddy issues? I don't know if I have daddy issues because my daddy wasn't even there to know if I had daddy issues or not.
Just like you said earlier, though.
About your mom.
It's opposite with us, right?
Absolutely.
So I understand that, yeah.
So
same age, too.
But I now have these conversations with him, and I say, he has a son. And I also tell him, I'm like, you got to look at it both ways. So hold on. If I don't get any room to not feed this child that we made, but you get a gap to say, I don't have it to give you. You don't get that gap. So when I talked about my last podcast guest and I didn't sympathize with her, I watched her say, I'm finna go in here and make a meal out of thin air.
I'll do it too for my child.
Because hold on. That's why I gave her flowers. Because these people, like, you know when this baby was created, it was 18 years of life finna be here, so you don't get to jump in and out.
I feel like with parents.
So I get it. Usually the good guys get bad women, good girls get bad guys. That whole little complex. But if you say, okay, now I'm on child support and these numbers are astronomically high, I shouldn't be paying this. Boy, it's a hustle in you to make up the difference.
So that's the thing. A dad comes with a price tag on him.
How?
You can fall off, lose your job, move with your mama, and you're gonna get sympathy. We're gonna sympathize with you. Oh, she had it hard. Oh, she had to go home and move. But it takes a lot of courage to go do that.
I sympathize with the men.
But
That's
as a
why
dad, it's looked at different, right? So what I'm trying to say is this, right?
I hear you.
Me as a dad, my presence is way more important than any dollar. Even you talking about the baby starving.
So you're saying
my presence is more important, and it is not prioritized in the black community.
So you're saying even if I'm broke, I should be able to come to the birthday party.
Even if I'm broke, why is you throwing a birthday party? Why are we throwing a birthday party? Is a birthday party a need? So as a man, I think about logical things, right? We're talking about wants and needs. That's just like you throwing a first birthday party for a child. Who is that party really for? You or for the child?
Now, at this grown age, it's definitely for me.
Right. So
it's definitely for me.
This is what I'm saying. So if I don't get my child nothing for that birthday party that you want him to have so bad or she to have so bad, you're gonna go on here and make me. You're gonna deep down feel like I'm kind of a bad parent for that, a bad dad for that.
Well, can I be real with you?
But I'm just saying most women.
I'll be honest with you. I feel like that's why Tip is your person.
Right.
Because you can, if you get with the right person understands all of that.
She still don't understand sometimes. That's the thing. So this is what I'm saying about dads, and she still would go try to do that right now.
Have a birthday party?
Yes. I'll tell her, no, we ain't got it for no birthday parties. I want to have this birthday party, and then we got to struggle to pay the rent next month. I don't want to do that. Because that is not good for that's the real thing that's not good for my child.
I agree.
So that's what I'm saying. Mothers are not considerate of realistic thinking. So that's why we take the money and we take the value and say that you said that, oh, this mom, I watch her. Yes, you did watch her do that. But a lot of the things that comes with these children is what you want as a mother. Wants and needs is two different things. If you take away child support, take away everything, right? You take away let's just take away light bills, everything, right? And we take two parents, we put them out there in the woods, and we say, Dad, you got to get what they need. Mom, you're going to be able to nurture them and do everything else, but I got to go get what they need, right? So we done took the things that they need and added so much more to it. And now we measure dads based off what they can do by it. My daughter want Kurt Geiger. I had to let my daughter know, like, Tip ain't even got Kurt Geiger. Now she do, but I'm just saying, like, at that time, it's like, you know what I'm saying? But I would be looked at less of a dad though if I didn't get my daughter that sometimes by these parents. Like me and my baby mama, my first baby mama, the reason why me and her fell out is because of some shoes. Mm-hmm. Right? This is why I got put on charge. But when she moved to Atlanta, we had went to North Carolina to this track meet for my stepdaughter. So I'm telling my daughter, like, listen, school about to start back. Let me, I'm gonna come through and grab you in Atlanta on my way to North Carolina. Right? She was like, no, I just want these shoes, this and that. And I'm like, no, you're gonna come. Her mama giving her the option though. You feel me? Her mama, why you giving her options? I'm her dad.
Because I feel like it should be a healthy balance. Now I'm gonna be honest with you.
I didn't want to go with my dad sometimes. Boo-hoo cried.
I've never.
And my mama said, "Going on." You know what I'm saying? And guess what? When I got my dad, I was.
What you gotta say,
fine.
Frankie?
She didn't say I abused her. She
didn't say I mean, because I have two men here, so you because it feels like your energy is pulling over there.
No, I feel like these conversations are so important because like I just wish that everybody would look at it different. I'm not saying I'm the best dad in the world. Some people may look at it and think that. I don't think that, Iris. I think that I'm a dad. I am a dad. You feel me? I think my measurements of being a dad is like so based off of things that don't matter. It's materialistic. It's a lot of things that do not matter.
But I do think if you change your mindset sometimes, you can change your outcome as well. So I'm not saying you have a bad mindset, but if you're saying, for an example, certain cars, if they sell these cars, anybody can drive these cars.
Right.
It's just putting your mind to it.
But that don't mean because you want that car that's so bad, don't mean that I have to be like measured by the car that you want. Let's just say my daughter want a Benz, right? Mm-hmm. We have a child together. My daughter want a Benz. You want that? You want my child to experience having a Benz. It's reachable, and you know that I got it to do it.
Right.
You gonna feel some type of way when I tell you, hell no, she ain't getting no Benz. What did she do to get a Benz? And guess what you gonna say? Well, she makes good grades. She do this. She do her job, but that does not make you get a Benz. I'd rather show my child, like, I bet. You want a Benz?
But who put a Benz so high that it's not a basic car? Like, who elevated it that high?
The price tag on it. The price tag on it. So I'm just being real. The price tag on it, right? So how much is a low-end Benz? Let's just be real. How much is a low-end Benz?
So you're looking at the numbers, right? Okay. But when you are making the money, especially
when
you
worried about that? You don't measure me as a dad based off of what I'm making.
I ain't measuring you off of that.
But yes, you is, because you already went to that, off of
that.
Okay. But why am I measured off that? Because of what I'm making. Because there's certain things, certain values that I might be teaching my child that you can't teach them. Dads teach different lessons. That's all that I'm saying. I'm not saying that my kids don't deserve the world. But I feel like there's a certain, you got to get there. But when me and you get out of households together, that's when the problems really start, Iris. Me and Tip have disagreements with the kids, but we can compromise, right? Mm-hmm. Because when you move out of my household and we don't agree on something, boom, I'm going to Facebook. This broke ass nigga, I'm finna go, I'm finna tell everybody how bad of a dad he is. I'm just saying, this is just real deal. This is the reality of our society, right? I seen somebody right on there like, you ain't get your baby number for your birthday. Like, a birthday is not a need. Stop. If I make my baby, let's see who can make my baby birthday special with nothing. Let's take everything off the table.
Who can do it?
I bet daddy gonna do it better than mommy. I bet that. I can promise you that. I'm talking about an involved dad now. I ain't talking about no dad that don't know the child or nothing. I'm talking about an involved dad. I promise you I will outshine mommy when it comes to that. Let's just take away all that. Let's just put us in the room like this and see who gonna.
Why do you feel that way though?
Because. Mm-hmm. Because I know what I can bring to the table just as me as daddy, just being daddy, because I know how to hype my baby up. I know how to make my baby feel good.
Okay. So I hear you saying that as a parent now, as a partner.
Uh-huh.
Are you that ecstatic and excited? And this ain't about tip.
Right.
But as having a partner, are you that ecstatic about being well-rounded and loving your partner to that same, not, because I feel
You
like,
could use some work regardless. I think it's always going to be room for improvement. So I feel like, yes, I can. I'm always going to do that. But it's going to always need improvement based on the person. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I might not went this high to go out of my way to do something, but they probably want me to do a little bit more. But it's just delivery, right? So, like, that's just how I am doing things that you do love. You feel me? Women get bored quick though. Women women real deal
you
like
sure it's the women?
women do like because all right, I ain't gonna say women get bored quick. They don't acknowledge things after they start receiving things, right? You get what I'm saying?
I hear you. I'm listening.
And then as a man, you think about it like, damn, I should
I
have.
think y'all get comfortable.
I think y'all get comfortable.
Okay, so see how we have a debate here? Like, do you wholeheartedly open up enough to your partner? Because again, you're a black man, you're taught you aren't supposed to cry, you're not supposed to be open. Like, are you truly dissecting yourself as a person with this partner, knowing that you got other baby mamas that you done beef with?
Nah, it's hard. It's that's just like the hardest thing to ever do, and it takes
How is that
time.
hard?
Why
You
is it
had all
hard?
the answers, but what we
Okay,
finna do with these
I'm gonna tell you why it's
kids?
hard. It's hard because most women, and I don't care what nobody say. When I say if it's a small few that don't do this, then it is what it is. But most women, they're gonna take that. As soon as me and you have a disagreement, they're gonna use that against you. Most women, and this is most
So what?
women.
It's you being real.
This is no shot
It's
to
your
my.
truth. It's you being.
Yeah, but my truth is should not be an embarrassment. And I'm not saying that
So you don't want to be embarrassed.
No, what I'm saying is that I'm not saying that I don't probably get mad and do the same things though. You get what I'm saying? So there's a communication thing to where like me and Tip, we used to do that all the time. I'm gonna go direct to my relationship now because it's a real moment, right? So me and her used to do it all the time. So now we had to step back and say, look, when we get mad, we're not touching on this no more. We ain't mentioning this no more, and we ain't mentioning that no more.
I
Like we're
respect
not
that.
doing that no more. Like if you want to keep doing that, then like it's childish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So once we started doing that, yeah, now I'm a little bit more, but do I do it a lot more? No. So she might come home and say, "Damn, why this not done? Why we ain't do this? Why we ain't do that? Hey, you left this up here." That's how she come home from work every day. And me and my mom, I'm thinking like, God damn, like you just come home and like, what about what I did do?
When cooking with Irish Shepherd, you're going to get originality with my Irish-style oysters, my seafood pasta made with veggie noodles, and my banana pudding cupcakes. Catch me anywhere I'm popping up and shopping. Just check my social media platforms under Irish Shepherd for my next event. Even book me for private sessions. I'm sure to be there to give you some originality and great flavor.
How y'all doing? It is Nugg Jones and it's Tip. We are the Blended Jones family on YouTube. And we're trying our Irish loaded oysters and her seafood veggie pasta salad. I said it right?
With squash noodles.
Squash noodles?
Yeah.
And squash noodles. Wow. But I did not expect that. That's good. They got a lot of flavor to it. It's like pasta salad. So if you're trying to eat healthy and you want some like pasta salad, oh my God. It's good, it's flavorful, and it's still juicy. Yeah, bro. You been tossing that, you know. This is good, y'all. I don't know what kind of sauce that is at the top, but it's loaded. There's bacon. There's bacon in it. What is that? Bacon? Oh yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. That's somewhat true.
Why
True.
women do that though? Like why? Like because y'all set the
Um,
tone in the house. So like you just came and crushed my whole. I thought I was doing good. I done got the kids ready. You talking about some goddamn why this on the counter? Man,
You know what
that's
I
one
started to
thing,
think though? I'm gonna be
goddamn.
honest with you. I start to think it's human life. See, you just living life for the first time, right? And so we think I think it's a common thing that when you're with one person for a long time, you let your guards
You
down.
get used to it.
You get comfortable. I probably cuss you out so bad because I'm so comfortable with you. But if I started over in a new relationship, my mannerism is not going to be what it is with you. So you got to constantly have resets in your relationships, set boundaries so you not, you know what I'm saying? Like not tearing each other down. So if I'm going to do life with this person, I got to forgive them every day. I got to start over every day. But in the flip of that, I can't get comfortable with thinking I can have my way and do what I want to do and do who, what, when, where, why.
Right.
And that's why I do believe therapy is important. And a lot of black men don't believe in going to therapy. What's your perspective on going to therapy?
I go. We've done it. We've done it. I ain't gonna lie. The first time we did it though, bro, I got pissed at the therapist. Bro. I just felt like, damn, bro, like you just like you keep like. I feel like you just agreeing with everything you saying and then what I'm saying, but I
But
didn't
what if
realize
she was right?
I was wrong. I was wrong. It was just flat out. I was wrong. I was trying to cover up my wrongdoing, and it was far beyond of far beyond just right or wrong of just relationship wise.
But
Just me.
why does the therapist have to tell you that? You know when you okay, like I
don't
gotta
know.
touch the
I don't
subject
know
as a black
sometimes.
man.
You
Okay,
don't know sometimes.
I gotta touch the subject as a black man. The cheating thing.
Big issue. I ain't perfect in that area.
Hold on, wait a minute. You don't get a pass. I heard you say I gave her flowers earlier. Cheating is why not have an open relationship before you cheat? Because don't say I'm.
Women ain't gonna be open to an open relationship. The women not.
I think it's the men that's not.
No, it's the women that's not.
See, we got to.
I really think the women. It's the women that's not.
No,
but like it depends on coming into it. So like me and
Tip, I'm not saying it's okay, but you not finna be okay.
Me and Tip came and this bitch to say we had a relationship. I don't know how I would have went. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying like at that time when I first met Tip, I was already at the time of coming down from
being a wild guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
She caught me at the peak of it though. I'm just being real. She the one that she stood out at that peak though. She stood out at that peak. So I was burnt out. I'm tired. Like man, I'm tired.
So it wasn't what the woman was doing. It was that
it was her.
Tip. Okay, but you got to think about that baby mama.
I wasn't high no more.
But you probably did her bad. You probably did her wrong.
But what I got to do with my child?
It creates tension.
But why y'all women like?
Don't say y'all.
Why do I have to be such a strong man to separate how you treat me towards my child for you to separate how I treated you versus my child?
So I'm gonna step outside of being a woman and just be. If I don't want to be here, I don't have to create dysfunction to leave. I can leave with in decency and in order so that this relationship is not traumatized and traumatic. A lot of times just apologizing and saying it wasn't you, it was me helps relieve some of the drama that comes with having a baby mama.
That is the biggest issue in our community with parenting. Is that what I realized and where I'm at now? I haven't seen I'm gonna be real, I haven't seen my 13-year-old in a little minute right now. And you know what I'm saying? I hit up and everything, but this is the problem, right? I went back and I looked and I messaged with her mom and I just realized like I said I was wrong here. I said I was wrong here.
So you said sorry enough times.
I said sorry enough times. There's not one time when you said, you know, I mishandled that. I was wrong.
So you're saying the woman didn't take accountability?
That hurt my feelings when I really looked back and looked at it, like because it crushed me. You feel me? It really crushed me because I'm like, golly, and then it didn't go from just that child's mother. The second one, I was like, all right, like so you sit here, you judge me on everything that I've done.
But there's patterns, and you should be judged if you're going around making a mockery of any situation. I don't get to speak on it.
The first baby mama, that wasn't no mockery or nothing. That was just it did not.
Because I don't know any facts. I'm just saying.
I'm finna give you facts. So like the first baby mama, that was no. That was just like it just didn't work. She stayed on Orlando. I finally moved back to Pole. It was distance, but I never stopped being the dad of my child. I never stopped wanting to be a dad of my child. The issue with her was she was always letting her mom so involved due to her already having a child prior to when I got with her. She already had a child. She had a bad experience with her child. I already dealt with her.
I get it.
I already dealt with that from that child. I'm dealing with like me going up there, her mama telling me like, "Oh, you gonna be here for the child?" I feel offended when her mama asked me that. Like, what? What you mean?
Well, because I mean,
but I ain't him. Don't do that. Ain't nobody tell your child. Ain't nobody tell your grown ass daughter to go out here and have another baby, and you trying to put that on me, right? So you already brought that into our situation. I didn't ask for that. right?
I hear
So why I got to take all the accountability for that? So it was just all of that. So she was trying to she was like very, very controlling with my daughter at first. That was my first child. That was her second. So I thought it was normal, some of the shit.
Well, let's go all the way back to how we talked about what the U.S. has created for a black man when it comes to Carmelo Anthony. It's created in child support. It's all these things, all these landmines are created for you guys. How are you going to pivot and find the way around it, the way to get through it, the way to make it better, the way to get off all of these? You are going hard as a entrepreneur and a professional to be, a big person, right? So a lot of them things are just going to fall to the wayside when you do get in. You got your money, you got your this,
money.
you got your that.
The money matter.
Money.
If I got money mountains. Right now, I can kill a lot of my problems with my 2 baby mamas right now. If I just had a big lump sum of money, right? Mm-hmm. So that right there already shows me a lot and tells me a lot. You feel me? That's what hurt me the most. To think about like all these a little bit of money to be able to have a relationship with my daughter. And it ain't just with the mamas now. It's just with the system, right? So like I said, I got other children in my household. Mm-hmm. I'm not like this big timer.
Because you're dealing with their dads.
I'm dealing with their dads. But
so how do you conduct yourself when you're dealing with them?
My Tip oldest child dad, you feel me? Like it ain't never been no issue for real. It is what it is with him. Like I'm not gonna get on here and speak on him as what he is as a dad and what he's not, mm-hmm. because that's just not my place.
But don't you get to see that? I'm not saying say names.
Me and Tip get to see both sides. That would make our relationship so special.
That's what I was gonna ask you.
That's what make our relationship so special. So I've seen it from both sides. I've seen her baby dads do shit that I have done. You feel me? I'm like, damn, like I really like when I do shit like that. I alter the whole day. I fucked up her whole day when I did that. You know what I'm saying? But there's times when it happened the other way too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, damn, like, okay.
That'd be a good thing for you and Tip to really just...
That's why we want to stream.
Yeah.
So that's why we about to get in the stream. So you can see this both sides. So with her second baby dad, though, like, me and him physically fought. We fought. And I get along with him right now. We coach.
Who started the fight?
It was just back and forth.
Who started the fight? Sound like you started the fight.
Necessarily, bro did. Like,
sound like he started the fight.
Irvin, you my boy now. But it was true. Like, but he was dealing with whatever him and Tip had going on. You feel me? So I just kind of fell in the midst of that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But right now, me and him get along. Like when I say get along, like there's nothing like when it comes to his son and me. If I can meet him halfway to doing it, we gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I have nothing bad to say about this man. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's just tell you this is what tells you about me as a man. I never wanted that with those guys. You feel me? I always wanted to.
Can I tell you something though? We spent a great deal of time talking about situations, right? Little things to being a real king, being a real leader as a black man. I feel like if you stay caught up in all these little things, you're so busy trying to dig yourself out of that you will never really reach the superior purpose of being the king that you are. And I'm not just saying that in layman terms. I'm saying I do see you do. I'll commend you for that. You take care of your kids. You in the house with them.
Try to.
You got your woman. Well, but
to my best ability. I'm just saying try to, because when you say that, like, it's such a huge job.
But
and
you gotta.
I got myself into this though. Like, so all right, before you finish, I want you to understand. I want everybody to understand this. Listen. Everything that I deal with, right? Everything that I go through is because of me.
True. Right. I'm preaching this to my brother. You did this 2 years ago.
Right.
So what we dealing with right now started here.
Right. It all starts with me.
So
my actions. I was loose,
mindset.
having kids, doing this shit while people I didn't know. So that's the bulk of the problem, right? So what I'm saying is like I said, I got a 13, 11-year-old. So where I'm at with it, like people may think I'm wrong by how I deal with it. I don't do it. My first baby, I don't do the back and forth shit no more. I don't do none of that. Like when we was just talking about, that was just like shit that led up to
because that back and forth will never get you to
it ain't gonna never get me nowhere. I got my daughter number. I can build a relationship with my 13 on my own. I don't need her mom. I don't care what her mom can say behind her back. I don't need her mom. My 11-year-old, I got a relationship with her on my own. I don't have to deal with her mom as much as there is times like, hey, what y'all got going on today? I'm gonna just go pick up from but as far as dealing with my daughter, that's on me to be able to.
But having those healthy bridges, it's a plus. It's going to be a plus. So mindset, I'm going to say this. Don't always think one way. Even with the Carmelo Anthony case, I swear to God, it's relevant to mindset. Do you remember that one lady that got killed when she went and bammed on that door because the older lady threw the skate at the child? Sometimes
Yeah.
we gotta stop and say, you know what? If I do this, what is the reaction going to be? Sometimes if you blame yourself first, like you just did when some of them cases I made kids with people I was having fun with, that's why I'm dealing with these baby mama drama situations. If we start trying to think different, I feel like we can get a different outcome.
Right. And that's, I'm very open to it though. I think like, I'm very open to thinking different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying like the pain that I've dealt with, like just trying to be a dad. I'm just saying, like this is the part that I think nobody don't talk about. Is like the pain that I've dealt with.
But
just
you won't
trying
cry.
to be a dad.
How would Tip know if you never go and open up about it?
I've cried. You know what I'm saying? And I've cried to her about it in certain situations, but it's like, bruh, like, damn, I just want to be a dad to my children. I don't want it to come with all these things because I know that I'm a good dad. You feel me? I know that deep down I'm a great dad. You feel me? So this is something I never spoke about. So I'm gonna tell you. So I text my daughter, right? This is exclusive as it gets. Nobody knows about this. So I text my daughter, right? And I was telling her like, hey, like what you doing for summertime? You can come down here this summertime, right? I was like, just let me know what you gonna do, and I'll, get everything in order for you to come. She's like, well, my mom already got plans for this, for the summer. I'm like, for the whole summer or whatever. You feel me? So she basically like saying she got to check with her mama first, or she basically told me I have to ask her mother first. I'm like,
what's wrong with that?
Dad don't have to ask your mama. Like,
see, that's where you're wrong.
Why though? Why? Why is it like
we got the part two this. We got the part two this.
Why? But
okay.
Listen, why? So you saying if you
because that's where
everything you do with my child, you don't ask me, right? So everything moms do.
But hear me, if she
moved that down.
I get it.
She decided to make that decision. I didn't tell her to. So when she moved up there and did all of that, she calls this on her. She put this.
So you saying? Hold on, wait a minute. Has to ask her mom.
No, told me to ask her mama.
She might be scared.
But why telling me to ask her mama? Like
she might be scared
right now. Like, huh?
Because my daughter's supposed to ask me.
Why? Okay. So when you go to make a decision to do with your daughter, I can see right now. You say, and her daughter say, "Oh, I gotta ask my daddy." Yo, daddy,
well, no. Let me
get your ass in this car. Let's go. See, that's the part. It's a disadvantage because
let me tell you
when
why.
It's a married couple. Now, listen, I'm gonna tell you, it's a disadvantage.
Because that's true though, because y'all are not together, right? That is all I said. That.
So I never. So listen, if I right now.
Now that's different with your kids with Tip.
If your child daddy wanted to get her full time, right? Would you be okay with it?
Full time.
So from birth, let's just say your daughter is a newborn baby right now, and your daddy say, "I want her full time."
No, I had her. But I co-parent.
Certain entitlement that's unfair.
I 50-50.
She came
No, listen to me. I 50-50.
Moms,
seriously.
All right, before we finish, y'all, I just want moms to understand, y'all. I really love moms, y'all. Y'all are special. Y'all are amazing people. Even Iris, even every mom that I've done, y'all are amazing people. Moms, there's no way I could do what y'all do. But what I'm saying is that I'm a dad that's eager to do
I get it.
I can to what you do because I know that.
So guess what? No, listen to me. Get that connection with baby mama because you're not in the household with her anymore.
Gone.
You got to work on it. She
done created a whole nother mindset with my daughter with me.
Some people are torn and hurt.
Manipulation is very, very serious. It's
I
real.
Agree with it.
Mother's manipulation is real.
I get it.
So you can take my child and say she can't live with me and take her with you and say nothing but bad things about me, and my child is going to start to believe that.
Help you.
Okay. Shades back home. I got a parenting agreement with my second baby mama.
And if she violated, she could be held in contempt.
Y'all say that, but that shit takes so much more than just violated and held into contempt, right? So what I'm saying is things happen situational, right? So if your car breaks and your car don't work no more, like, and we got a parenting agreement, me as a dad, like, I'm not gonna hold that against you. I ain't finna take you to court about no shit like that. Your car broke. I'm gonna come get my baby, and we're gonna still try to keep this as normal for my child because this is consistency.
We're gonna revisit this.
This is stable. This is stability for my child.
Okay. Because we got a long ways to go. I don't even think we got nowhere near the tip of the iceberg.
I'm sorry.
But we got to have... I'm going to put this together so we can finish this. But I do see the struggles of being a black man in America. But I can also tell you, you can't be tough. You can't act like don't nothing hurt you, don't nothing bother you. You can't respond how you always want to respond and think that you're going to get flowers from any of them situations. Because if you going on Facebook doing your big one, that stuff sticks. So if you want her to come, when you say come, you can't do your big one around Christmas time and think summertime now what you say go.
No. So I would take her on Christmas time. I would take her on summertime. I would take her anytime. I would take her full time if
Mama
possible.
will let
But
you.
I got to prove you so.
I gotta find this mama so I
But
can.
look though, I don't want to make you seem like such a bad mom to want to get my child full time. Why don't we rotate? Let's just rotate.
It's just-
you know they ain't that bad of a daddy, but see this is
True.
the problem, right? So when daddy get with somebody else and you say you coming up with all these things, all these other
Situations.
things. When
Still
the
hard.
number one issue with my baby mom was this, right? I love my child like you love my child. I don't play about my child. If I fall out with you about my child, what you think I do with somebody that's not her parent? What you think I do with somebody?
That's game. We got to come back to this because we've been here a
But-
long time, and I wanna.
I'm gonna be real, Iris. I did not even want to come in here and talk about this.
No,
I wanted
it's
to focus on-
necessary.
because we are here on Father's Day and we're talking about a lot of shit that's to mother's advantage still. Like when this shit air out, they're gonna eat my saliva and some of this. But guess what? It's okay because this is the truth. This is reality. And
That's
guys,
your truth.
I don't put on being a perfect dad
That
or the
is
greatest
your
dad of the world.
truth.
I don't try
That's
to be.
why I asked
but I
Frankie.
can't.
Yes, you can.
No, but I
You
can't
behind
argue
the
with you.
scenes. You
I
can
can't
be
argue
it.
with you every time I'm trying to get my
You wanna
child.
Make me talk?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's not his truth. That is the truth.
Thank
Oh,
you.
we got to
That
do a
is the
group on
truth.
this.
Thank you, bro.
We got to do a group on this.
And the truth hurts, bro. And
Yeah.
a lot of people are not gonna want to live with the truth. And I feel like you cut it short because the truth is starting to
No,
bleed.
we
It's
got-
starting to really
we-
hit
Yeah.
because you thought that I'm not saying like listen, I'm a very, very like realistic person. Like I'm intact with reality.
I'm a realist.
No, you're.
I don't
no, 'cause
believe
you
in
keep-
child
'cause you taking
support,
the
but
emotion-
guess what?
No, you're taking the
I
emotional
went
part of
to
being a
child
mama.
support.
I don't
No.
deal with the emotions you deal with as a parent.
See how he answering for me?
No, listen.
Because that's his trauma.
No, I'm not saying that. I don't deal with the emotions that you deal with as a
So
parent,
let me
right?
answer
So
that.
my reality for our children is not your reality. Your wants and needs, the glitter, glam life, that shit.
Can I tell you something?
Elon Musk, all these big time people, a lot of these people who came from nothing. I ain't talking about the ones that were inherited things. I'm talking about the ones who really went and exceeded beyond these things. These people came from nothing that was taught to really work for what they want. We, as a community, as everybody, we want to give our kids the world before they even earn
I
the
didn't
world.
say that.
Let them work for the world. So don't put this on daddy because your child won't Kirk Geiger and all this special shit. That ain't me. It ain't important to me. I don't care about that. You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you in particular, but I'm just saying overall, as a community, if the black moms sometimes just step back and let dads just give their kids a little bit of reality, we would be all right. Carmelo Anthony, whatever, all these situations, a lot of these shits going on with these children is because, I ain't gonna say because Carmelo has his parents, but a lot of things with these YNs and all this shit going on is lack of parent, of the lack of presence of the dad, right? And mom sitting here doing this type of shit, saying not you exactly, but I'm just saying like, oh, this, my baby. I know moms give their kids the world. But them niggas disrespectful. Them niggas don't respect shit. Them niggas is really out here. They want to be gangsters and thugs so bad. And daddy is, bitch done been took him out the picture. You feel me?
Mommy.
Now you want him to come back and save them. Now they 17 and out of control. Now you want him to come in and save them. Now you blame him for everything that you gave him the world. You creating a weak man that y'all don't want. We creating that.
So I'm a realist.
Mm-hmm.
Being real with you. And I'm not going to say names, but I've listened to a female do her big one. And do her big one, and do her big one, and do her big one. And then I came back around and I said, well, this is my perspective because this is what I did when I felt like my daughter's father decided to try to control me because I didn't want to be in that relationship no more. So he hit the road. That's why I said child support is there for a reason.
Right.
Because I didn't make that baby because we passed each other in the mall and decided to make that baby. We were in a relationship for a long time. We had a child. Okay, now that we are no longer together, it does not give you a controlling mechanism to say, I'm going to withhold my responsibilities trying to manipulate or make you come bow down to me. So I went to child support to say, okay,
That's
we're
gonna make
going
his ass bow down. Nah.
and it got some straightening, but at the same time, when we talk about what I spend on my child, that was nowhere near what I spend on my child.
And that's your choice though.
Okay,
what
but
you
when
spend
he
on your
didn't give
child,
more,
right?
cool, that's fine. She's
But-
still gonna get it,
But
and she still got it.
But that was your choice of
But
what you spent
he
on your
put
child,
himself
right?
in that space by trying to
Control.
run something
So
over
I
here.
never. So I think this is the disconnect, right? I ain't never been that type of daddy. I never walked out of my child's mama house and thought I controlled her house after that. I never been that. I'm P for real. My second, you can look him up, ask him. You feel me? I ain't never walked out of my baby mama house and said that, oh, this man can't be around my child. No, they do all that fuck shit. What I say is, hey, you bring around my child, I want to introduce myself. When my second baby mama got a boyfriend, whatever, hey, bro, how you doing?
Okay. We'll come back to this.
You feel me?
Because we've been here a long time.
Women start that bullshit.
I feel like black men in America sometimes
Man, we
need
just
to.
misunderstood, y'all.
You
Give
misunderstood.
that man a chance to be a daddy. Fuck what you feel like.
Okay.
Fuck what you think. Fuck what you think
Well,
is
go
best for your
hard
child. Give him a
at
chance.
all times and do what's
Give
right.
him a chance
That's
to be a
what I'm gonna
daddy.
leave that
Because
at.
going hard goes by the time spent with your child, not the money he done
Guys, we
spent.
have to part two this. You know what I enjoyed, because we ain't nowhere near where we're supposed to be. But I feel like this black men in America thing is layered. And because it's Father's Day, we addressed
We've been talking about
Father's Day.
Mother's Day edition, y'all.
And I thank you for coming. We got a part two in there. That's all I can tell you.
We got a part two for real because I want to do this with Tip here too. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I want to.
But you got to make us room, Frankie. We got to get a panel
Right, I
going
want to
over
do her
here.
here because she on the grill. Like, the funny part about it is my own partner sometimes on the grill. A lot of the stuff that I'm saying.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not just.
I wanted Tip to come, but it's our room.
Yeah,
We got to
it's
get our
close.
angles going. So thank you guys for watching. Please leave y'all comments because I'm going to write them all down. I'm going to read them all. And I'm going to bring you back to part two this.
Bring my baby mama back. Come on back.
Thank you. And remember, just before you go, when you're cooking with Irish Shepherd, I'm bringing big flavor, big vibes, no disappointment, and the world's best oysters. Peach McIntyre said it best. Call me 863-734-9704 to book your private events, to find out where my next pop-up shop is, and I guarantee you the best oysters you've ever had. Remember, Iris said that.